As I always say, the laws of nature can never be denied. What nature has intended for men and for women is how life can be lived with a balance for both men and women. Men mostly stay in alignment with their natural tendencies and choose to embrace their masculine frame. However, an increasing number of women are choosing not to be feminine because they want to take men's place in society and use the power of the media to slowly indoctrinate men to let go of their masculine inclinations. Over time, this has created an imbalance that is surely going to spiral out of control. Now that feminism and gynocentrism are in control of the modern world, especially in Western countries, leftover women are becoming more and more common. And as a result, they're increasingly becoming women who dislike and fear men. A growing number of women around the world are now hitting the wall and reaching the end of their biological clock, only to find out that the men they thought would be waiting for them to decide to settle down and get married are just not interested in them anymore and have moved on with younger and more feminine and traditional girls. We're going to discuss key reasons why this is happening and why modern women fear men. And as a result, many of these women are left alone and single in the middle of their 30s or reaching their 40s, only to find out that men who are doing well financially now prefer younger girls and avoid women who are too invested in their careers. So, like most of the Western world, the whole idea of a family is just being ignored, as women blindly follow the ideology of feminism and are the boss babes, not needing men in their lives. Consequently, older women are just not happy as they're already hitting the wall. Women are currently stuck in professions they despise, have first-hand knowledge of the harsh realities of the labor market, and most importantly, find it horrifying to contemplate reaching the end of their prime. The majority of women are unable to accept this last statement because of their societal training, despite it being quite telling. Women are being misled by schools, the media, and the entertainment industries into delaying marriage and having children while simultaneously being encouraged to pursue other goals like pursuing an education, a profession, or even many partners. By the way, the word partners refers to flings rather than long-term relationships. You'll discover more about these women in today's movies, including why they're unhappy and resentful, and why you should avoid them at all costs. Women are blindly following extreme feminist ideologies and social conditioning. The extreme levels of feminism assert that women can live completely independently as they become CEOs and key decision-makers in governments and huge organizations. This assertion basically ignores that soon enough, the woman will start to feel that she's soon going to cross her biological age when and where she can have children, and that will slowly and surely get to her. She will also find it incredibly hard to find a partner as she ages because men prefer younger and more feminine women. Social conditioning is incredibly harmful and potent. Modern women who fall for it will go to any lengths to protect the beliefs they hold dear. In actuality, they simply combine it with the information they've received from institutions, important figures, and multinational corporations with little regard for the pleasure of women. The prize for the unhappiest person goes to single, career-oriented women who are roughly 42 years old. They can earn around $500,000 a year, but they're still not content and satisfied with their lives. A married man with a decent job and a nice partner is the happiest if he's content with what he has, and the same goes for his partner. Women are stuck in a cycle where they have to choose feminism over reality. The fact that this woman's magazine validates what we already know about leftover women is really telling, even if the story doesn't take into account single guys making so much money. Women are unhappier than ever as a result of the struggle for women's liberation, particularly in the personal and financial spheres. Modern women are free to express their opinions on the intimacy revolution, prostitution, and their freedom to be stigma-free. MGTOW doesn't even invite this kind of woman into their lives. They simply don't invite any women at all. The paradox of falling female happiness between 1970 and 2005 is an actual phrase that has been used by economists. Women's happiness has substantially decreased. These ladies don't actually know what they're talking about when they discuss patriarchy and male privilege. Men aren't good for nothing, and women can do it all by themselves are just a few of the phrases from the woke literature they recited on their early broken recordings. We don't require any men. I am entitled to choose whom I want to sleep with. Men are oppressors, etc. The reality is that women believe financial independence will grant them long-term happiness. Modern women who chose a profession in school over getting married are obnoxious, intolerable, and poor dating candidates since they are so predictable with their phrases. They've been given the myth that they can climb the corporate ladders in their 20s, have a successful profession, have several guys hit on them, and finally settle down in their mid-30s, despite the fact that they believe that this helps them have respectable savings and know themselves better. The unadulterated truth is very different. Leftover women live financially irresponsible lives for the most part. Women overspend, live paycheck to paycheck, and have so much emotional baggage that their ability to attach as a couple is permanently lost. They turn to antidepressants and other legal drugs like alcohol and cigarettes when they are in their mid-30s and early 40s and have trouble finding a man who truly wants them as a mate. However, this does not imply that men pay them no attention. Some males will thirst for any woman out there, no matter what sort they are. Here's the truth. A common modern woman is more masculine than feminine. She becomes more manly the more marriages and children she has. If I had to sum up how the remaining women think, I'd say ideology triumphs over biology. They ridicule guys, demonize them, and treat them with total disdain. Here are a few additional facts in case they still need them. When women have over 10 intimate partners, their desire to get married to a man is little more than a last-ditch effort. Pair bonding is virtually impossible, and research indicates that she probably contains DNA from several guys. Let me put it this way. Would you want some other guy's DNA in your child? In addition, society, the matrix, and other strong, influential a person will always be shaped by their family's environment. The woman is likely to be more damaged than a conventional woman raised in a healthy home if the social conditioning is coupled with the absence of a good mother figure or with the presence of a promiscuous or toxic mother. It's like going back in time, and I mean the golden times if you ever come across conventional women. Sadly, they are not very common. Even if they don't behave like it or don't have the qualities for it, leftover women and modern women as a whole desire to be treated like traditional ladies. They presumably never understood the meaning of the saying, "You can't have your cake and eat it too." Truth is, women are just not worth getting in relationships with anymore. Even honorable ladies are aware of this terrible reality and openly admit that they prefer being correct and domineering to being happy. The remaining women delay having children, like imposing their ideals while spreading the gospel of tolerance and freedom, and feel oppressed simply for being female. They rarely acknowledge the fact that being a woman is far more advantageous than being a man. Working their way up the corporate ladder until their 40s, modern women did everything they could to capture and possess the essence of power they believed would make them happy. However, they only realized much too late that they had a natural need to nurture families, settle down, have loving relationships with men, and become good mothers. They can't even admit that they should have followed the rules and lived in line with their feminine nature, now that they've been saturated with feminist philosophy. Perhaps in the future, women will begin to embrace adopting the stereotypical gender roles and learn how satisfied they can be. Time will tell. Let's see how the dynamics of men and women evolve. Thanks for watching The Circle of Kings. As always, we're looking forward to your support, so please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything all kings like yourself need to know.